okay with us. Double Doomblade is nice. Once again, I'm just going to burn it. Or, I mean, sorry, burn him. Doomblade the Crumbling Colossus. And now, once again, he can't play anything. If he does play something, well, instant burn. If he draws removal, that's fine. Oh, he's pre-main phase doing something. This could be an O-ring. If it's an O-ring, I'm going to be a little bit embarrassed that I could have popped Chandra, but we'll find out. Oh, it's not. That's good. So, I'm actually just going to kill the Alabaster Mage. Well, yeah. I'm going to kill the Mage, and I'm going to attack in for 4. I can either Doomblade or Frost Breath if I really need to. And once again, he's in a pretty bad position. We'll see if Doomblade does anything to him. Alrighty. I think the game is pretty much just over at this point. Arbalist Elite, sure. Here I'm just going to finally pop the Chandra. I mean, it's still going to be alive, and I'm going to put him to 1 life, so it's pretty good for us. You could have made a case for me to copy the Doomblade when he had the Armored Warhorse and the Crumbling Colossus, but I think just having the Chandra potentially with its ultimate online is going to be much more of a threat in the long game. I'm not going to play out the Flame Blast Dragon. Well, I guess there's no reason not to. I mean, I don't really care at this point if he has any information. And there's nothing he can really do at this point. He has to deal with 3 things. And I think in a competitive situation like a GP or a Pro Tour, it might just be best to save the dragon for information purposes, because he'd have to deal with 2 creatures anyway, and we'd have the Frost Breath up. Yep, Rusted Sentinel out, Fleetwing in, and everything else is a-okay. So it looks like we're going to 3-1 with his deck. I definitely think this is a 4-0 deck, but 3-1 is still decent. We have kind of mixed things going on here. Like I said before, the early aggressive drops fueled with the defensive in late game is kind of interesting, but it puts them in a tough spot. They have to deal with multiple things at once, and it just works really nicely. We're gonna go ahead and pause the match and wait for our opponent to submit his deck. All right, we're back. Our opponent has put us on the play again, and yeah, we have Domain and some nice curve outs, so we're gonna keep it. He mulled the 6, so there's that. I probably should have led with the Mountain just to make him think that we might have the shock, but not too much of a big deal. Excuse me. You could make a case to hold the Malik up instead of playing the Looter, but I think if we just start looting into our more powerful cards, there's no way he can win. Ooh, a Looter of his own. Let's find another shock. Loot, shock. Doomblade. Huh. So, looks like he moved into black-white instead of the white, or white. He moved into white-blue instead of black-white. Skywinder Drake or Doomblade. Question is, do I want to let him loot? I think I'm actually okay with him looting for a turn. I'm going to get some early pressure on him, because we have quite an aggressive draw. Blood Ogre and Fleetwing are going to do some good work. We'll have to see what he does, though. Might be pacifism. Oh, Ice Cage. Huh, okay. Alright, well, we can't loot anymore. But we're we're going to be able to play some sweet stuff. I'm actually going to go ahead and Doomblade the Looter and then hold up Mana Leak. I think that's the best option at this point. Yeah, you can go ahead and loot once, and I guess you could potentially find a stave off, but so be it if that happens. Did not happen, and now we have Mana Leak for the next thing that he plays. If it's just like an Amphin Cutthroat, I'm going to let it pass. Crown of Empires. Actually, I'm not too worried about that either. It's a bit slow, and right now we can, if we draw land, we can Blood Ogre him out. Because he's going to have the Crown active next turn, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the Blood Ogre now, and not be able to Mana Leak whatever his next card is. But hopefully he just sits back and tries to tap down one of our guys, which he did not do. That's good. On a side note, I'm going to play the Crown of Empires and it can get rid of the Ice Cage. What is going on here? Mighty Leap on a 3/3 first strike does not seem very good. Yeah, our opponent just forgot about first strike apparently. I didn't see him winning this match anyway, but not the thing that he wanted to do. He said he played the wrong creature. So he has a 2-drop creature that can block Bloodthrone Ogre and live through with a Mighty Leap. Ooh, Stinger Fling. Yep, that's good cancel for our Mana Leak. And now the game is just over. Coral Merfolk, not very good. Gonna go ahead and just pass in the turn. Actually, it would have been really smart to target the Merfolk Leader with the Crown of Empires and then loot in response. That way, if I had drawn a land, I would have been able to play one of my 2-drops. So that was a mistake on my part. I'll be a little bit annoyed here if I draw a land, because enchantment falls off and then I can loot. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Could have played an extra creature last turn. I guess it doesn't matter because we drew a Chandra. Actually, it does matter. We could have just killed him this turn, but oh well. We'll kill him a turn later. Tap down one of our 3. He goes to 1. And that's the game. So overall, I think our sealed pool is very strong, and how we built it was, you know, almost optimal. I mean, there was that slight misdo with the Rusted Sentinel over like the Aven Fleetwing, but everything else went according to plan. We 3-1'd the event. I think we probably should have 4-0'd, but hey, still a good turnout, or I mean not turnout, outcome. And so I guess we'll see you guys next time. NumotTheNummy signing out.